Welcome to Vodhalla.
I have high hopes for Macheeete. I'm not gonna lie. Macheeete has just been steamrolling everyone that they faced in this tournament. Can they do it against their, I get, technically former teammate? I'm not even sure if they're teaming anymore or not. Already getting destroyed by just the 6 from the King Knight. Oh, but Fozey without a dodge. Like, those nairs on Orb are just so insane. So fast, big hitbox, just chain into themselves and all your other aerials. Like, there's nothing Nair can do on Orb other than take stocks.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of look at that, Fozey really kind of taking it to town with Macheeete. He's kind of a little bit taken aback, I think, by the change in gameplay. I mean, this is not Sarman, this is Fozey. And, that damage that he's building up, he can defend against it pretty well. I mean, that's King Knight. I mean, that's no slouch of a guy. Fozey doing a very good job of keeping him off stage, and that will be first strike, and Fozey shows no signs of cooling down from that loser's final.
I just realized both of these players are from the same org, and that Lion has to be really happy right now that both of his, or the 2 of his players are just in the grands of this tournament right now. He's eating good tonight.
Yeah, it's like sprints. It's like sprints.
Alright, Macheeete just trying to get that Sarah, taking off the stock of Fozey, still hanging on though. Macheeete, come on, go for the handstand there off the wall. Too bad. Still gets the Sarah though.
Yeah, and fortunately for Macheeete, he didn't take too much damage in that exchange. Still very much doable for him, but Fozey now on that Lance. Macheeete is really going to have to navigate his way around it. Fozey, don't know if he really wants to go off stage against this, but Macheeete is going to make sure that he can do everything possible. Nice Sarah coming in. Fozey blocking off the ground pound there with a nice, well-placed Nair. And I feel like, this is kind of going to be the vibe, I think, of this match. They both clearly are very, very top-tier players in EU. They both respect each other a lot, and they kind of want to give each other that respect that they deserve. So, you can even tell the matches have been a little bit more slow than typically speaking. But if you're either one of these guys, you got to be able to handle it. And Macheeete getting absolutely read out here by Fozey's Lance as he takes a large chunk of damage from that string. And Fozey proving that he's here to play, he's here to win, and Macheeete is kind of taking a little bit of back right now, goes all the way deep as Fozey tries to finish off Macheeete, but he's not going to be able to quite do it. And the Nair comes in, but it's going to miss. A miss punish as well from Fozey as Macheeete tries to go in. No one makes any contact. And this is a very interesting match, and this is only game 1. This is grand finals.
I think I've noticed a common theme with Macheeete games. Macheeete takes every game that has been played massively off stage. Like, as long as your feet aren't on the ground, you're in Macheete's domain. Fozey doesn't care though. Hanging on by just an extra stock and light on the other side of the stage, finally he takes them out. Macheeete needs to play Nair perfectly.
He's a player that can definitely do it. He's capable of playing everything right. But he's really got to be very careful. He can't make any mistakes. No side airs, no side sigs, nothing like that. He's got to really be careful. Nice weapon throw to protect himself. Again, weapon throw coming in clutch. But unfortunately, the last tick of that side air is just too much. And Fozey will take game 1 of the grand finals.
Like, I want to talk about that side because that was just disgusting. So, Fozey was holding forward, held back a little bit, halting their momentum. But while their momentum mid-air was halted, they still were in a perfect position to get that Sarah. And just the tippity top of that side there, as they were holding forward a little bit back. I know it doesn't make any sense, but they used the momentum in a way where Macheeete wasn't expecting him to go forward because, it seemed like they weren't. But they still put themselves in a perfect position to get a knockout. Now Macheeete not on review anymore. I have seen this fade a lot in majors though, and this scares me. We have not seen this fade earlier in this tournament, I believe. But the Scythe already doing so much damage on Fozey. GC side sig. Like whenever I see Isaac on Fate, it just reminds me of Fried as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's. I mean, that makes sense, right? I mean, Fate is kind of Fried to Souls champion. You know, like, it's kind of what he's known for. At the same time, whenever I see a Fate, whenever you like look at a tournament, you just play Fate. I feel like you just get a nice comfort. You know, because Fate is a very strong character. I think she's one of the best in the game right now, if I'm being honest, with that orb and that scythe. And everything just feels really complete. Macheeete gonna get a nice boop onto Fozey to take him out, and he doesn't even have that much damage to speak for either. And as you guys see, it's that Fate charm. You know, it feels very nice to play her. Her kit is very well, it's very strong. I'll put it that way. And Macheeete is taking full advantage of this and kind of pushing Fozey back. He lost that game 1, but he's kind of reset now, saying, "Okay, this is it. This is what we're dealing with." He's downloading him, and it looks like he might be finally cashing in on that work that he did in game 1.
Fozey is just struggling right now. Like he doesn't know what to do against this Fate. Not only is it just a character swap, but Macheeete feels like their game plan just changed. Because now Macheeete is willing to play more neutral.
Oh my god!
On the Ryu matchup, oh that's dead.
Oh, Jesus.
On the Ryu matchup, they didn't get that much value in neutral, it seemed like, but now on Fate, they just get more sidelight shares in neutral, like this again. Like they just hit that so much more consistently, and it's the exact same.
Wow! Wow!
It shouldn't matter. Maybe it's just placebo for Macheeete. Maybe I'm just seeing things that aren't really there. But oh, beautiful punish.
I mean, look at that. I mean, Macheeete coming back there, Fozey kind of accidentally giving a way back onto the stage. So we might potentially see a 3-stock. I'm not hopeful for it. I mean, these are both 2 top-tier players. Macheeete goes for the signature, but Fozey does not actually go for the punish there. And it is very, very interesting now to kind of see where this match is going to go. Macheeete kind of has him. He can kind of just do whatever he wants. I mean, he's so close to finishing him, so close to taking him down. And Macheeete is showing no signs of slowing down, going to give him the same respect as he was earlier in the match. He doesn't have his weapon. He missed the weapon throw, and Macheeete gets a little too greedy, and he gets taken down by Fozey. So no 3-stock here, but it looks like a 2-stock is very much imminent.
Macheeete is he's just vibing, there's no other way to put it. Just chilling, yeah, JV3. Macheeete is in the zone, he's in flow state, he's in another simulator, he's in another state of peak performance. Macheeete is he's just the GOAT, that's it, he's just the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, 1-1 so far in game score. So we had a pretty good showing from Fozey and a near perfect showing from Macheeete. But Fozey's now going to switch over to the Rayman as a response to the Fate. So we're going to see how he can kind of use that pick to kind of get around it. Because Macheeete looked unstoppable on that Fate. He looked like he was in the zone. He looked like he knew exactly what he was doing. And we're now going to have to see if he can kind of maintain that level of dominance. Because if that is the case, then we're maybe not be able to see a reset. But Fozey switching over to the Rayman, he's hoping that this is going to be the pick potentially to kind of break through and kind of establish him into that next part of Grand Finals. But Macheeete narrowly escapes death there, and a very well-placed string from Fozey, but fortunately will not be enough to take down Macheeete. But the damage is very much even, so clearly something's been working.
Like Fozey just went for it with the D-Second to grab out bad at all. Oh, this I'm surprised that even didn't work. I would have definitely gotten it by that. Damage evened up Fozey all the stage control in the world, or at least he had it. And Macheeete tries to go for the dare to dare through combo, doesn't need it though, still takes off Fozey off the side of the stage. Macheeete is just looking so good. He's not like this isn't a clip fest. Let's be real, but it's so clean. Not a lot of mistakes from either players. It's just it feels so optimal and fluid just watching this, because there's no moment in the game where there's nothing happened. We're not watching a 6-minute experience versus MACD matches, you know.
Okay, dude.
I had to, man. Come on.
Oh my god.
Like there's always something. I enjoy watching these players a lot, just outside of community tournaments as well, and just in majors. because they're just so active. Like even just waiting in neutral with these players feels exciting.
Hey man, you do what you gotta do to win. Macheeete has actually been weapon star for quite a while, but Fozey's not really able to make the connections. He wasn't really able to kind of make good on that opportunity he was given. I mean, he's still got a decent amount of damage down. He wasn't really able to get, I think, as much as he wanted because he kind of took that same amount of damage back to him. But now you're kind of starting to see things differing out. You know, Macheeete is now taking quite a bit of a beating. Fozey kind of getting back into that mindset, and he is now building up that damage lead. It's very, very close. Macheeete looking very much to try and finish that off, but Fozey not going to give it to him as he gets a very well-placed weapon throw. A nice dodge from Fozey, keeping himself alive, and now the damage is really, really close. Fozey going to get a nice side air there. Can he finish it off? He will. That will bring Macheeete down to 1 stock.
I feel an off-stage interaction coming from Macheeete. They've been on the stage for too long, and we know how cracked Macheeete is on off-stage. We see it in this tournament. He's still getting weapon starved though, and Fozey just getting hit after hit after hit. Macheeete no counter-attack. At least not one that has landed yet. Oh, this is bad for Macheeete. Avoids the D6 there to the other side of the stage, not even in the bubble. Fozey still hanging on. Recovery
Uses dodge.
Almost in the bubble.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a big read from Fozey. Macheeete in orange?
Macheeete looks like he's kind of dropping in a little bit. He's really trying to finish off Fozey here. He wants to make this count, and he is going to do it, but look at that damage. I mean, Macheeete really, I really do mean really, has to be careful here because he's going up against Rayman. I mean, you all know how it's Rayman. Okay, you don't want to give him any opportunity. But look at Fozey. Look at how patient he's playing. He knows he's in the lead, and I love it when players do this. I love when players know they're in the lead and they don't force anything. They know that they have so much room for error that all they have to do is wait for one mistake to be made by the other player, and they can capitalize on it. Obviously, there's an upper limit to that. But as you can see there, Fozey, he didn't have to overforce. He didn't have to pressure or anything like that. He took his time. He found his opportunity. And now we're at match point. If Fozey wins the next match, we're going to go to a reset.
I do not understand why Macheeete is deciding to go back to the Rio. I thought the fate was looking fine. And especially when a match is that close. Fozey only has 1 stock. Maybe Macheeete is thinking something that I don't understand, but I do not see the need to go back to the Ryu. Not to say that the Ryu was bad, but the Fate was fine. I mean, you got your only win in the set on the Fate.
I mean, they might just be looking for a change in that secondary weapon. Maybe they're going for that. And look how patient Fozey's playing. He's not throwing out these attacks until he knows it's going to hit. No random dares, no random sares. He's just throwing out moves that he knows will hit in a very calm and calculated manner. And this is what's kind of getting him these leads. I mean, he's not playing frantically. And it looks like Macheeete is kind of scrambling to find any sort of in route to Fozey right now. And it doesn't look like he's going to give him any at all. But you look at the damage, right? And you're thinking, okay, well, Fozey's too far ahead. The damage is pretty close. So clearly Macheeete is doing something right, but he's going to get a side air to the face as Fozey finds first strike right here.
Like, Fozey is playing X. You have to be really careful, especially into Orb Gauntlets, which are just way faster, no matter how you look at it. So if you just miss, if you whiff, if you drop the spaghetti on X at any moment, you will get punished, especially by Macheeete. Macheeete with the Sarah coming through. Oh, Macheeete needs one more Sarah, one more sidelight Nair right now. He just needs something. And Light doesn't even take him out.
I mean, you're talking about Macheeete, being a top tier player, and he definitely is. But right now, I think Fozey's kind of got him figured out. I mean, it doesn't really look like Macheeete knows how he wants to deal with this. He gets the recovery off. He's going to take down Fozey. But it looks like he's got him figured out. I mean, Macheeete, he's getting the damage down, but it's just too much, or it's too little too late. He doesn't do it when he needs to. And now Macheeete is kind of resorted back to that more patient play style that Fozey's been doing. And look, they're just kind of playing patiently. They're kind of waiting for that opportunity to strike first. And now this match has really started to slow down now because neither one of these guys kind of want to give the other one an advantage. But Fozey just walks up and punches him. Hello? You can't just do that to someone. You can't just walk up on their block, sock him in the face, and get away with that. Surely that can't... No, that's illegal. That's illegal.
Listen, on the battlefield, anything is legal. There are no rules other than to win.
Goodness gracious.
Gets hit by the sides again, must hurt mentally.
Blackout. I don't know about you, but I think we're going to a reset. I think Fozey has got Macheeete figured out, and Macheeete doesn't know what to do. I think we're going to a reset. He's going to get taken off the top.
Don't go Macheeete out of shit. Hold on.
But I mean, look at him. He can't. There's not really a whole lot he can do. Fozey now has his axe. He's just going to play patiently again. He knows what he can and can't get away with.
Yeah, but this is Orb. There is so much you can get away with. Orb, I'd say, alongside Scythe, Orb has the potential to be one of the most explosive weapons in the game. And I'm not over-exaggerating. If there's any weapon that can do this, especially into X, it's Orb. In the hands of Macheeete. Fozey's got a D-Sig. I can sense it.
Something's definitely coming, but will it connect? Will it matter? Macheeete actually doing a good job of keeping this damage close. Maybe closer than we expected here. We could be going to a reset, but at the same time, Fozey's got to finish out this stock. I mean, again, doing damage is half the battle, and there we have it. The punch of centuries. We are going to a reset. Fozey finding the win there, and he will push Macheeete technically down to the elimination bracket. But hey, we're going to a reset. It's another best of 5, and Fozey is looking good right now. He looks like he has Macheeete figured out. It looks like he needs to figure out something that he needs to do. He's going to go back on that Fate. I know you want to see him on that Fate. You know, you really, really like seeing it. I do as well. So we're going to have to see what he can do on this pick, because now the momentum is definitely in Fozey's favor.
Yeah, like, what I mainly didn't like about the Rayman and Ryu matchup was the gauntlets, though, or just whenever Macheeete had gauntlets in hand in general. I think Fozey, just having that gauntlets experience himself, knows how to exploit the weak points of that weapon.
Fozey's going off. Fozey's just going off on the axe.
Like Fozey's gameplay says enough. We could just let Fozey do the talking. There's no need for us anymore. Fozey's taking our jobs, and we're not even getting paid.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Macheeete is really just like struggling. I mean, Fozey's kind of playing like a wall. He's a wall. I mean, look at this movement. Look at this movement from Fozey. He knows what Macheeete is going to do. He's holding on to it. I mean, he kind of messed up there a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, Fozey's got the lead. He's able to kind of make those mistakes freely and not really have to worry about messing things up too much. Fozey, though, definitely on the up and up in this match right now. I mean, again, Macheeete was winner's side, and up until this point, he had not lost a set, but the first set he lost was to Fozey. And Fozey's just kind of giving it to him. The ground power, the ground control, everything is working in favor of Fozey. You kind of just have to wonder what Macheete's answers to this is going to be.
Oh, ground pound coming through from Fozey, just slicing him up. Fozey sitting casually on 3 stocks while we still passed 1 minute and 20 seconds. Okay, Fozey's first stock finally lost. Macheeete needs something massive for now, because Fozey has had control over this entire match, almost this entire set even. Macheeete needs to do something to just knock Fozey off his feet and just slurp away their mental, just destroy them mentally, so that they lose their focus and just are incapable of playing properly. Fozey's still going strong. Like, the thing is, you're playing Scythe into X. 1 hit from X is 3 from Scythe, so even if Macheeete wins neutral like this constantly, all Fozey needs is 1 hit, and it just mitigates everything Macheeete has done.
Well, In that case, maybe you have to fight fire with fire. I mean, Fozey's hits are not equal to Macheete's hits. I mean, 1-for-1 does not work in the favor of Orb or Sight against Axe. And if you're if you're Macheeete right now, you might be thinking you might have to go with something with a bit more heft, a bit more strength there. Because clearly what Macheeete is doing, I mean, I know you want to see him on that Fate, but now you might see why, you're hopefully seeing why he may have switched back to the Ryu. Maybe going for more of that damage punch, getting something there, but it looks like it doesn't really matter what he does. Fozey will find out all the same.
Like, I do think the Fate is the play, because I still prefer the Scythe and Orb over the Gauntlets and Orb, especially into Fozey. But I think Fozey is doing such a good job at slowing down the pace that Macheete's damage per interaction is lower than Fozey's.
But I mean, now you kind of see, I mean, Macheeete looks like he might be able to get his groove going again. Fozey does not have any weapon. This is kind of the chance he has. Oh, now he has a weapon. So now he's going to have to deal with that yet again. But Macheeete looking like he's coming back into form slowly but surely. Now he doesn't have a weapon, gets the orb. This is kind of what he has to do. It's do or die here. Fozey goes for the recovery, misses as it's dodged by Macheeete. And Fozey now finds it. He gets it. Absolutely perfect. And Fozey barely wins that one, but he will win it nonetheless. A very, very good play from Fozey.
May I remind everyone, that was only game 1 and we could potentially have 4 more of those games. That was only game 1. They were playing like it was Grands, I'm gonna be honest. It felt like it was Grand. I mean,
it is Grands! It is like, Grand Finals!
you know what I mean, match point of Grands.
Yeah.
To take everything. I mean, and you just wanna get any lead.
3, 2,
like,
1,
just 1 inch is still 1 inch. Like, just one game can mean so much in the grand scheme of things. Especially mentally, because how is Macheeete just gonna adapt to the fact that he's 1 game behind? And he was so close to actually getting it.
You win. That's how you adapt. You win. Oh. You win. You see? You win.
7:38, 22 seconds.
What do you do when you're losing? You start winning. That's how it works. I don't know what happened to Macheeete. Maybe he's just feeling himself a little bit more this time. But now Fozey, he doesn't have that kind of establishment that he had in the last game. So now the game's being played on Macheete's terms. It looks like he's the one in control. So Fozey is going to have to do a little bit of detective work. Going to have to try and take some of that control away from Fozey. Or sorry, Fozey got to take some of that control away from Macheeete. But hey, I don't know. I'm just a spectator. I'm just a caster. But it looks like Macheeete is kind of coming back online right now. He may be down, but he certainly is not out. Fozey going off stage like that. Very interesting move coming in from him. Macheeete will not let him get away with it. He's not going to get the KO. But a lot of damage has been built up by him. Going to throw the weapon. Finds the ground pound. And that is going to be another stock taken down. I think this is what you want to see, Blackout. This is the Macheeete I think you wanted to see. And my God, is he coming back in style.
This is what I was talking about. Macheeete just ignites. He pushed that nitro.
Oh my God, Fozey!
I want to scream so badly right now, but it's almost midnight. I can't afford to get a noise complaint.
Fozey coming in with a beautiful optimization. Guys, Fozey is still in this. What an insane play from him. But will it be enough? Will it be enough to kind of bring this back? I don't know, but hey, going to show you that he is still very much in this. But we may be going to a game 3 with both players with a game apiece. All Macheeete has to do is finish out this last stock. He has the means to be able to do it, and he will do so. So that is 1-all here in the Grand Finals reset. Whoo! Oh, man.
Like, this is exactly the adaptation that I wanted to see from Macheeete. Just being able, like, a lot of the matches that Macheeete lost felt like it was due to neutral, because as we mentioned earlier, X has a higher damage per hit ratio than both Orb, Scythe, and Gauntlets. So if you start trading hits and neutral, Fozey will just automatically come out on top with damage dealt. But Fozey doesn't have the X anymore. Now we're seeing a lot of cannon representation today.
Shout out to Cannon. You always were one of my
Ninja.
favorite weapons.
Fozey's still on the gauntlet, they're retaining that, but I don't know if that's the play. I really like how they're playing on the X. I don't know what drove them to go to the cannon. Especially when Macheeete already destroyed a cannon player earlier in bracket. We saw Sarme earlier on the Onyx. And Macheeete just 3-0'd them in that set.
Who knows, man? This one might end a little bit differently. Fozey getting some damage down, maybe not exactly what he wants, because he is falling behind in damage to that Fate, but it looks like Macheeete, he actually dodged. Fozey dodged, he did not punish that, but I guess he doesn't really need to. Macheete's kind of built up this lead for himself, built up that system. Now he kind of wants to maintain it as much as possible. Very nice weapon throw coming in from Macheeete to keep the pressure on, not really letting Fozey have any sort of way out of this. He's going to try and recover from it now, goes for the down air. Doesn't quite find it, but Macheeete is now finding himself in a pretty precarious situation. He's going to get taken down. A nice reversal from the Onyx here, and Fozey will find first strike.
Okay, Macheeete, I feel like just anything. Yeah, that is even stocks, 6:30 on the timer, and 1-1 in the set.
Looks like Macheete's
Trying
going
to get these Nair juggles. Like I said earlier, Nair is probably one of the best aerials, not just on Orb, but in the entire game. I will stand by that statement. Orb Nair had to be nerfed so many times and is still so incredibly busted.
It's just so quick, and it can be used to interrupt, it can be used to harass, it can be used as a combo extender. I mean, it's so versatile in so many different situations. I mean, I would agree with you. I mean, I think Nair is one of the best aerials in the entire game. On
I
Orb.
remember a really long time ago where Exop made a video like on Orb Nair. Like, and it was just titled "Why I Love Orb Nair" or something like that. But like,
Hey,
Nair, I said this earlier in the stream and I will say it again. Nair does everything but get KOs on Orb. But it's like the stomp. It's like the hammer D-light of Orb, where it just sets into everything. You can D-light into Nair, you can side-light Chase Touch into Nair, and Nair can be stringed into there, it can be stringed into another Nair. You can, if you're ballsy, you go for a GC D-light, and then get another Nair.
alright, here we go. Fozey and Macheeete. This is a pretty tense moment in the match right now. Macheeete going to get away with that nice end light followed by a side air. And that's going to be Macheeete taking down Fozey there. He's now on one stock. So how will Fozey decide to finish this out? He's going to have to take down him very quickly. Macheeete, Fozey's going to have to take him down pretty soon before he starts taking too much damage. Because once Macheeete gets going, it is very, very hard to stop him. And Fozey, as you kind of see, he likes to be able to have that time to set up that game plan that he always wants to use, but he did not get the opportunity to do so last time. He's not getting the opportunity to do so this time, and it's Macheeete that's really unlocking himself and really putting himself in a position to win.
Like, I mean, I feel like it's literally positioned to win. Like, Macheete's spacing has been so on point, because he's too far away from Fozey to directly get hit by something. But also means he can't get easy hits himself. But when he has a big lead like this, Fozey is the one that is forced to make plays, especially when Fozey has no stage control and has to take it from him. So all Macheeete has to do is hold back a little bit, have like, you know, like, what's it called? You're just you know what I mean. The thing I can't say on Twitter because I'm pretty sure Space's channel will just get deleted in a pinch. But like your personal space is Macheeete social distancing. That's the word I was looking for. Macheeete is just social distancing. And if Fozey tries to break the rules and laws in place to keep, Macheeete just punishes them. Like Macheeete is.
Oh,
just,
Jesus.
oh
God. He pulled out the taros.
Bro, I don't even give a damn about the terrors. I just when I saw that orange hyena Mordex earlier in the stream, I didn't think the drip could be more awful than that. Fozey just proved me wrong.
I don't know. It has a weird vibe to it, but Macheeete is wasting no time. He clearly does not care how good or bad the drip is. He's wasting no time in getting in this matchup. As you can see, Fozey's actually kind of doing a pretty decent job right now. The damage is still pretty similar, but Macheeete is definitely going to find it. That is a beautiful optimization. A nice and well-placed sidelight Sair, and that was even off stage too, so that was a very nice move from Macheeete. Kind of gives you the idea of where this is going, and we're showing no signs of stopping. Macheeete just keeps whipping Fozey with this orb, and he's showing no signs of stopping. The dare to come through, the second dare to follow, the third one will not connect, but the damage comes in. We are not even a minute in, and he's already on 2 stocks red Blackouts. This is crazy. Macheete's popping off. When the pressure's on, he's on.
Bro, you man thought I was insane when I told you Fate is the play. I told you, but I am never wrong.
Well, you were right. You were wrong in the grand final. You were wrong in the grand final before the reset. But you were right in this one. That Fate is the play. I mean, Fate does seem to be what is working for Macheeete, and it looks like he's showing no signs of stopping. Fozey just looks like he's completely frozen up right now. There's not really looking like a whole lot he could do in this situation. I mean, he could hypothetically pull a reverse 3 stock, but from 1 stock red, I don't think it's going to happen. The side air comes in, and that's going to be it. Even though it got reset, Macheeete will hold off Fozey and will be the winner of this iteration of Galaxy Cup. Congratulations to Macheeete on being the EU 1v1 champion.